The repair kit includes the parts you need to rebuild your carburetor. It consists of gaskets, reed valves, the diaphragm, an internal filter, and the metering needle. The carburetor can be plugged by debris or corrosion. When this occurs, you will need to disassemble the carburetor and carefully clean it. The kit includes the parts of the carburetor that require maintenance or that might be damaged during disassembly, such as the gaskets. Installing a repair kit in your carburetor is a repair that you can do yourself, and I'm going to show you how.
Hi, I'm Mark Socha.
Do-it-yourself repairs like these are easier than you might think. From lawn machines to cordless drills, kitchen mixers,
Outdoor grills.
our how-to videos walk you through each repair from start to finish. So doing it yourself means never having to do it alone.
Let's get started.
Before working on your hedge clipper's fuel system, be sure to drain the fuel from the fuel tank. Now start by removing the air filter cover and air filter. Now remove the air filter case. Now remove the fuel lines from the carburetor. And the throttle cable. The cable is secured to the throttle pivot with a small retaining ring. I'll go ahead and lift it off of the pivot. Now I'll disassemble the carburetor. First I'll remove the throttle. With the throttle removed, there's a small roller inside that the throttle rolls against. I'll remove it. Now I'll disassemble the primer side of the carburetor. I'll remove the plate, the primer bulb. There's another screw beneath the primer bulb. I'll remove it. I'll remove the base, separate the reed valve, remove the gasket. With the base removed, you'll notice an internal filter attached to the carburetor, and I'll remove it. Now we'll disassemble the diaphragm. And I'll separate the diaphragm from the gasket. Beneath the diaphragm, you'll find the metering needle. I'll remove the screw that secures it. I'll remove the needle, the pivot pin, the lever, and the spring. With the carburetor disassembled, now I need to clean the major components. There's a couple of options. You can use carburetor cleaner or an ultrasonic cleaner. With the carburetor cleaner, I'll spray down each of the parts, and on the carburetor body, I'll be careful to go through and spray each of the passages to get any corrosion or debris out of those tiny passages within the body. To use the ultrasonic, I fill it with water and either an ultrasonic cleaner solution or dish soap. The ultrasonic has a heater to heat the water. I place each of the parts inside, turn it on for a set amount of time, and it'll do a great job of cleaning the tiny passages inside the carburetor. The ultrasonic really is the best way to clean a carburetor. With everything clean, now we can begin reassembly. I'll dump out the contents of the carburetor kit. Now what I like to do is take each component from the new kit and replace the old component with it. I do this because sometimes carburetor kits will come with more parts than you'll need for your carburetor. This is because they often fit on more than one model of carburetor. Now that I've swapped all my old parts for new, I'll reassemble it. I'll start by reinstalling the metering needle. I'll take the lever, place the pivot pin through it, hang the metering needle from the lever, and I'll place the spring in the carburetor body. Now I'll lower the metering needle into the body, aligning the lever with the spring, and hold everything in place as I reinstall the screw. Next, I'll reinstall the diaphragm gasket. The diaphragm goes on top of the gasket, and it gets secured with the plate. Now we'll move to the next side. Here I'll reinstall the internal filter. The end of a Sharpie marker is just the right size to push the internal filter into the body. Now we'll move to the primer side of the carburetor. First we'll install the new reed valve, followed by the gasket and the primer bulb base. And the base is secured with a single screw. Now I'll install the primer bulb onto the primer base and the metal plate that secures the bulb, and this gets secured with 4 screws. We'll finish up our rebuild on the throttle side of the carburetor. First goes the roller. Now insert the throttle body assembly back into the carburetor and secure it with the screws. Now I'll reinstall the carburetor to the engine. I'll connect the throttle cable and secure the cable with the retaining ring. I'll line the carburetor with the housing, place the bolts through the air filter case, slide the bolts through the carburetor, and secure the carburetor back to the engine. Now I'll reinstall the fuel lines. And I'll finish up by replacing the air filter and the air filter cover. And that's all it takes to install a carburetor repair kit in your small engine. Be sure to check back often for new videos and expert advice. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up
And leave a comment.